नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामी इति नामिने।
नमो विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामी इति नामिने।
नमस्ते सरस्वती देवी गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाठकदेशतारिणे।
नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाठकदेशतारिणे।
जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद।
जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद।
जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद।
जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद।
जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद।
जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद।
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे।
हरे कृष्ण
कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे।
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे।
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे।
हरे कृष्ण
हरे राम
राम राम हरे हरे
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम
जय शिल प्रभुपाद जय शिल प्रभुपाद जय शिल प्रभुपाद जय शिल प्रभुपाद
जय शिल प्रभुपाद जय शिल प्रभुपाद शिल प्रभुपाद जय शिल प्रभुपाद
गुरुदेव 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 गुरुदेव
निताय गो प्रेमानंदी हरि गो
हरि बोल।
हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय।
नहीं तो
ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
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 नारायणं नमस्कृत्य
नारायणं नमस्कृत्य
नरं चैव नरोत्तमं
नरं चैव नरोत्तमं
देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं
देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं
ततो जयमुदीरये।
ततो जयमुदीरये।
नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु
नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु
नित्यं नित्यं भागवत सेवया
नित्यं भागवतसेवया
भगवती उत्तम श्लोके
भगवती उत्तमश्लोके
भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिकी
भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिकी
कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय
कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय
देवकी नंदनाय च
देवकी नन्दनाय च
नन्दगोपकुमाराय
नन्दगोपकुमाराय
गोविन्दाय नमो नमः
गोविन्दाय नमो नमः।
Hare Krishna. We are reading from chapter 6 Dhyan Yoga, text number 25 onwards. शनैः शनैः उपरमेद् बुद्ध्या धृतिगृहीतया आत्मसंस्थं मनः कृत्वा न किंचिदपि चिन्तयेत्. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada. Gradually, step by step, one should become situated in trance by means of intelligence sustained by full conviction, and thus the mind should be fixed on the self alone and should think of nothing else. Purport. By proper conviction and intelligence, one should gradually cease sense activities. This is called pratyahara. The mind being controlled by conviction, meditation and cessation from the senses should be situated in trance or samadhi. At that time, there is no longer any danger of becoming engaged in the material conception of life. In other words, although one is involved with matter, as long as the material body exists, one should not think about sense gratification. One should think of no pleasure aside from the pleasure of the Supreme Self. This state is easily attained by directly practicing Krishna consciousness. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः. श्रीचैतन्य मनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं. वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणा रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवम् साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्ण चैतन्य देवं श्रीराधा कृष्ण पादान् सहगणा ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च. नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने. नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे. वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. पंचतत्वात्मकं कृष्णं भक्तरूप स्वरूपकं भक्तावतारं भक्ताख्यं नमामि भक्तशक्तिकं. हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकाकांत राधाकांत नमोस्तुते. तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद. हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. Hare Krishna. So welcome to our darshan program. We are starting it physical from today rather than virtual. It's a pleasure to our heart to be assembled here and to discuss this auspicious message of Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Today's verse, I hope all of you are following the series of 6th chapter. Anybody has come for the first time for darshan program? Everybody? Okay, you are coming for the first time. You are also okay. Darshan program is a series of lectures on Bhagavad Gita. Of course, our philosophy of Krishna consciousness is rooted, or the philosophy is basically coming from Bhagavad Gita only. All our lectures, all our courses are from Bhagavad Gita, but we have divided the courses into various stages, out of which there is lecture series called Discover Yourself. Have you attended? Okay, you have. Okay. So after Discover Yourself, we kind of realize that Bhagavad Gita has to be studied quite thoroughly, because the teaching of our Discover Yourself, we see that especially in Vedas, Vedic literature, we see that direct perception and logical conclusion, these are a defective way of gaining knowledge. They are not perfect. And we see that, I hope you are understanding what I am saying. Direct sense perception means through our eyes, ears, nose, tongue, senses, we gain knowledge and we assimilate that knowledge, we think over it, we make our own models, we make our mathematics, we make our physics, chemistry, biology, all these physical sciences we make. We go to subtle level in the sense mind, psychology as you practice. So all this is part of subtle science. We may not see certain things by eyes like mathematics. Mathematics, we do not see a mathematical formula working in front of us in a gross way, although we understand it through our logical conclusion. So this methodology we see in Discover Yourself that it is not perfect way of gaining knowledge about higher principles of life. When we want to solve issues of life, like we say birth, old age, disease and death, or adhyatmik, adhibhautik, adhidaivi klesh, we need to seek Shabda Praman, that is Vedic literature we need to study. And in that spirit, we need to see the world through scriptures. So, seeing the world through scriptures is mentioned in Bhagavad Gita also, which is called as Shastra Chakshu. So, we describe this in DYS also. What is this Shastra Chakshu? The eyes through which you are trained in Vedic scriptures. You are trained in the version of knowledge coming from God Himself, which is defect free. And when we see through the eyes of that knowledge, then it is called Shastra Chakshu. So, Darshan, the program Darshan, is to see through that eye of knowledge, spiritual knowledge, and then actually understand where we are, who we are, how come we came to this world, what is basic problems of life which are there in this living. Can I get to a higher stage of living? Can I cross all the miseries? Is there any life beyond death? Or what is reincarnation? How it is established? How it can be understood by us? What kind of proof system is there to understand this kind of spiritual knowledge? So this Darshan program is meant for advanced practitioners who are dedicated or who want now to see the world in a very systematic way through the eyes of Vedic scriptures. So we saw that these Vedic scriptures are beyond any fanatical religious idea. They are very scientific, they are compassionate, and going through them very systematically only will give us that conviction. Adav Shraddha, we said that Adav Shraddha means initially we start with faith, Tato Sadhu Sangha. Then we hear from saintly people who are practicing. Just like we practice the knowledge in college by getting trained under particular professor who is practicing that knowledge, or even doctors for that matter, allopathic doctors or Ayurvedic doctors or homeopathic. Any doctor gets trained under some other doctor who is practicing for a long time, and that is part of curriculum. Similarly, in Vedic culture also, there is a systematic training which is missing in our culture now. We are now, as Srila Prabhupada used to say, we are now fully Indians, we are now fully behind temporary material pleasures, unfortunately. But somewhere in the heart, all of us have that spark, and that spark we want to give fan to that spark and then know the reality. So Darshan is that program. So in that series we are taking different chapters, different speakers are taking different chapters, I am taking chapter 6. We are at verse number 25. Up to now, chapter 6 is entitled as Dhyan Yoga.
So can I ask you a question, Prabhuji?
Haan, Prabhuji.
Yeah. So you mentioned about gaining spiritual knowledge. You need to hear
From a bona fide spiritual teacher.
master, and then see through the eyes as chakshu, what you said.
Yes.
So isn't it that hearing and seeing is also a part of five senses? And earlier you said,
Yes.
you know, any information or any knowledge that you receive from these senses is imperfect knowledge,
Right.
which is also mentioned in Ishopanishad.
Yes.
So, two statements which I am not able to comprehend.
Very good question. This is why darshan discussion is so important.
Yeah.
That we are ultimately gaining knowledge, whether it is spiritual knowledge or material knowledge. We are trying to assimilate and collect the inputs from our senses ultimately. So your question that when we collect that knowledge from our sensual perception, and we collect it from spiritual authority, how can they be different? Both of them can be defective, isn't it? So for that, this Vedas, the privilege of humanity, where we discussed, or before that, there is second session of Discover Yourself, where what is the title? You remember? Getting the eyes to see God. Yes. So in that we have elaborately discussed this particular issue. So for to summarize it here, what we do is when we learn mathematics, we may not be able to learn it through ascending way of knowledge. Ascending means without referring to any experience, without referring to any book. It will be very difficult to us to gain complete knowledge by experimentation alone. So there is a perfect knowledge, but that perfect knowledge, it is very difficult to get through experimentation, because it takes a long amount of time to do same experiments which have been done for evolutions together. For example, computers or these mobiles. These are product of evolution of modern science by many people in that expert field. Mathematicians, physicists, electronics people, or electrical people, or computer engineering people. There is hardware, software, there is manufacturing technology, there is mechanical engineering. So many people working hard for so many, you may call ages together. They have come to a knowledge base. So when we want to get to a higher source of better knowledge, we take help of authority. Understood? That is the point. So now, for example, there are many examples which we give in device also, that you see water somewhere but there is no water. But with higher knowledge and experience, you get to know this fact. So similarly, the way of seeing the world is defective when it is based on our only internal assimilation by gaining knowledge through senses and experimenting with. But when it comes from a higher authority, as it is, then there is no question of experimentation in it. Experimentation is available, but that is like you have been given a formula and you just check whether that formula is working or not. Understood? So one thing is discovering the formula by our senses, and one is knowing the formula and assimilating, going through the you experiment with it. Experimentation, gaining this, whether it is ascending or descending knowledge, ultimately the senses will help us. But Shastra Chakshu means the eye of knowledge, by which your mortal eyes are now seeing the reality which is not apparently visible upfront, just like that. So for example, if there is an English text in your textbook, if you are seeing that English text but have no knowledge of English language, you have not learned, so your experience of going through the words is different. But when you actually know English and then see, then your experience is different. So in that sense, when you get the version from authority, then you tend to have a better way of knowing the things. So in that spirit, Vedic knowledge they are having certain qualities which we discuss elaborately.
Okay.
The Vedic knowledge is never disproved. Vedic knowledge is never disproved ever in history. So it makes a very strong candidate for perfect knowledge. Vedic knowledge never changes. Bhagavad Gita, same Bhagavad Gita throughout. It is not edited, updated because there was a mistake sometimes. So like that, Vedic knowledge is perfect source of knowledge. Of course, it's not imposition that one has to, just take it by word. It's not that way prescribed in Bhagavad Gita also. Bhagavad Gita says, how is the way of gaining that knowledge, scriptural, spiritual knowledge? Tadvidhi pranipatena, pariprashnena sevaya. So tadvidhi, vidhi means know. Tad means that knowledge. To know that knowledge, pranipatena. You surrender to a person. You do not go and approach him in a challenging mood, because it will destroy the connection.
Yeah.
And you will end up in argumentation. Now actually there are many points which can be debated now on this particular point, but the way you are trying to assimilate is your understanding, you want to improve, so you are not arguing and debating unnecessarily. So that sense is means with patience you will learn everything. That way, tadvidhi pranipatena. Pranipatena means you patiently hear from that person what he is saying. May not be, जचेगा नहीं, समझेगा नहीं, या एक्सेप्ट नहीं होगा, मान नहीं पाएंगे कि ऐसा भी होता है करके. But first thing is you at least submissively hear, not arguing unnecessarily. So that is tadvidhi pranipatena. That is given by Krishna in Bhagavad Gita, that you should approach a person who is knowledgeable and inquire from him submissively. And pariprashnena. You ask him questions. It's not that he tells now Bhagavad Gita, Supreme Personality of Godhead, Shri Bhagavan Uvacha. But there Krishna is saying that pariprashnena. You ask questions. Kaschit etat shrutah partha. Did you hear, O Parth, what I am saying? Did you hear? He asks like that. And he asks whether you assimilated on what I have said, whether you are able to understand what I am saying. He asked, means there is a dialogue, question answer. And sevaya means then the knowledge, the mature stage of knowledge comes by reducing our false ego. False ego by which we are bound up in miseries. False ego is something which is not true. Something that is not true, we have held on to it. Something that is not true, but I like it, so I have caught, and I am not ready to leave my conception. So that is where sevaya comes into picture. Sevaya means by giving him some service, humble service, you become little broad-minded, open-minded, and you tend to, get the things not with a very, fighting spirit, but with a very humble, very systematic. In fact, the Vedic scriptures say that the way of realization of knowledge is through service. When one does service, he realizes knowledge better. So that's why these are formulae, and these initially may not be understood. But
so it's meaning probably the way that you're doing.
This is one of the way of
one of the service, so that you gain more knowledge, you understand the knowledge much better than us, or probably me. Okay.
And you are also doing service because you have taken out time. You have a sincere desire to learn, and then you are sitting like this. I am not offering you any chair. You are humbly sitting here, and may not be what I am saying is not appealing right away, but you are at least giving an ear and trying to understand. So that way it is the attitude of service. So this is the way of gaining knowledge. 6th chapter is about Dhyana Yoga. Dhyana means assimilating or thinking. आप बोलते हैं ना, मैंने बोला था ध्यान कहाँ पे है आपका. To know anything you have to give attention, isn't it? So what is the way of giving attention to spiritual consciousness? There is a material consciousness, there is a spiritual consciousness. Material consciousness means being conscious of our own body, both gross and subtle. Only bodily existence is everything for a person in bodily consciousness. He thinks that I am this body and nothing beyond this. At most, I am, organs within my body, or beyond that, at most, I am my mind, I am my intelligence, I am my sense of identity. So that is me. But the Bhagavad Gita teaches that we are all not this body, but we are spirit souls. So how the spirit soul is encaged in this body, and how I can understand that I am a spirit soul within this body, how I can realize. For that there are tools, techniques, there are methodologies which are called yoga system. So by yoga system, yoga means, one of the meaning is you are united with your own proper identity. Swarup Siddhi बोलते हैं उसको spiritual terms में. Swarup means Swarup, my real nature. Who am I really? So discover yourself was that thing. So who am I? We want to now focus on the spiritual subject matter. So we come here in temple, we sit, we try to think, and what is the way of thinking? How mind should think in order to realize spiritual subject matter. That is one of the techniques is Dhyana Yoga. Sankhya, Dhyan, there are many techniques. Shat Chakra Dhyan and all. So all this, or chanting of the holy names of God. So there are various recommendations. Now at the start of this chapter, Bhagavad Gita 6, Krishna says that there are two kinds of people who want to realize the truth. Arurukshor Munir Yogam Karma Karanam Uchyate Yoga Arudhasya Tasaiva Shamaha Karanam Uchyate. Means one who is neophyte, means new to yoga system. He doesn't understand much. He may theoretically know, but he doesn't see through the eyes of that knowledge. So to develop him, there are stages. One is initial stage, the other is higher stage. So he says that for initial stage, Aruruksho Munir Yogam Karma Karanam Uchyate. He is supposed to do his physical activities while he is trying to assimilate spiritual knowledge. Because he is more on material platform, he will not be able to jump to a very high level of spiritual understanding right away. He has to systematically learn this method of Dhyana Yoga in two stages. One stage is initial stage where he is neophyte, new. And Karma Karanam Uchyate. Now the question for Arjuna is whether to fight or not. On one hand you are saying that Buddhi Yoga, you establish yourself in knowledge. And on the other hand you are saying that you fight. So should I sit in knowledge or should I fight? That was the question. So Krishna wants to say that fight. Because you are yet to achieve that stage where you are Aruruksho. Yoga Arudha. Aruruksho, you are initially, of course, Arjuna is an advanced practitioner, but for us, it is divided into two. So we saw how initial stages, what is the practice. Now we are seeing quite advanced stages, where the attention of a practitioner, yoga sadhak, is turning from externals to internals. What are externals? Externals are scenes that we see through eyes, sounds that we hear through ears, smells that we sense. So there is a material conception to all these senses, where in material conception we want something to be seen, we like something to be seen, we don't like certain thing to be seen. We want to achieve certain thing for keeping our body in a comfortable position, keeping our senses in a happy position. So that is called external consciousness. एक जीव जब बहिर्मुख होता है तो उसकी इच्छाएं बहिर्मुख होती है. उसको खाने के लिए कुछ ऐसा ही चाहिए, पीने के लिए ऐसा ही चाहिए, देखने के लिए ऐसा ही चाहिए, गाना ऐसा ही सुनना है. He doesn't like certain things, certain things he likes, and his dislikes and dislikes are calculations of his happiness on a bodily platform. Since he is on a bodily platform, he doesn't understand that he has to shift his focus from those externals to internals. Because if he is focused on externals, he will be lost in the externals. He will never be able to come to spiritual realization. जैसे हम बोलते हैं ना कि बच्चा पढ़ाई नहीं करेगा, सिर्फ खेलेगा, तो वो बच्चा आगे बढ़ नहीं पाएगा, उसको समझ नहीं पाएगा कि क्या है ये नॉलेज. If he doesn't do plus minus multiplication, addition, subtraction, everything, he won't be able to understand next higher stage of integration, derivatives and everything. So he will not be able to graduate to higher levels of knowledge. He has to change his focus from merely playing to, and for that there is a established balanced way. It's not that children should not play, they should stop playing. So yoga is that way. Yoga karmasu kaushalam. We saw that. How to act in this world, karma, how to do, that is given in Bhagavad Gita, and it is said as kaushalam. It's a skill. So sometimes a very dull student goes to a very intelligent student and asks, कैसे पढ़ता है भाई तू, मुझे भी बता, what is your technique? Kaushalam. He has that skill by which a doctor is there, a very expert doctor. Other doctors get trained under him and he reveals how it is done, because he has learned that skill by practicing over a long number of years. So that way, how to shift from externals to internals is systematically given in this chapter. Now, we are coming to 25th verse. In fact, if you are interested, the lectures are available on YouTube. You can learn. We will go through the verses that are meant to be discussed today. 25th verse, Shanaihi Uparame. So, same point that I was telling, Uparam hona. हिंदी में बोलते सर, समझते हैं क्या? मराठी मध्ये पण म्हणतात, हिंदी में भी बोलते. उपरम होना. उपरम माने कि उससे परे जाना. जैसे बच्चा गुब्बारे खेलता है, कभी कभी बड़ा होने के बाद he disturbs all small children by being present there. He teases those children, he makes disturbance there. So somebody comes and अरे तेरा क्या गुब्बारे का साथ खेलने का एज है क्या अभी? अभी तो बड़ा हो जाए. So similarly, उपरम मतलब उससे बड़ा होना. जिन चीजों में हम अटके हैं, wherever we are actually engrossed in bodily consciousness, a spiritual person is supposed to uplift himself. That's why it is beautiful verses are there which describe what kind of behavior that person has. जितात्मनः प्रशांतस्य परमात्मा समाहितः शीतोष्ण सुख दुःखेषु तथा मानापमानयो. Means one who is jitatmana, one who has won over his senses. Prashantatma, he enjoys a different kind of inner happiness. Paramatma Samahita, he is very close. He has already obtained Paramatma. Such a person. And for him, Shitoshna, heat, cold, equal. Means he doesn't get disturbed by heat or cold. Shitoshna, Sukha Dukkha. He is not concerned about whether he is happy or unhappy. His mind is happy, sometimes his mind is unhappy. He understands that he is beyond mind. Mind is just a tool. Mind is just a part of that car which we are driving. It's something like a map, maybe. When we drive a car, we have a map. Map shows us a way, where to go, we desire where to go, and it shows us. So it's like antakaran, which is mind plus intelligence, discrimination, left, right, how to go. So similarly, sukha dukkha, these are stages of mental concoctions, mental derivatives. Sometimes we say that, अरे इतना सब कुछ अच्छा है, you may be facing such queries. मेरे जीवन में सब कुछ अच्छा है, but why am I unhappy? Psychiatrists, they are asked कि मैं क्यों, मुझे टेंशन बहुत आता है, I am not able to sleep. So we try to give them consultation by saying कि आपके मन में ही ज्यादा तनाव है, आपको उसको कम करना पड़ेगा. तो mind is where the happiness and distress is there. We can make happy situation into a very distressed situation, or we can make a distressed situation into a happy situation. Attitude matters. So Shitoshna, Sukha Dukkha, these are all mental concoctions. The bodily senses in themselves are dead, always dead. Srila Prabhupada used to give example, if a very famous man or a very aristocratic man, he is given all the importance in society, all the respect, but in front of him when he is alive, everybody will salam ठोकेगा उसको. But गिर गया, he is dead, they will kick on his face, Prabhupada says, and he will not protest. If we give anesthesia, the body doesn't feel pain. How is it happening? Because our mind is gone. Mind is in some other plane. So mind is the source of happiness and distress. So if we want to overcome our condition of happiness and distress, it is mind where we have to work on. So that's why it takes us from externals to internals. Where to focus? First, forget your material happiness and distress. That is first instruction of Krishna to Arjuna. Matra sparshaastu kaunteya shitoshna. First instruction. Matra sparshaastu kaunteya shitoshna sukha dukkhadaha agamapayino nityaha kams titikshasva. Titikshasva means tolerate. First you learn to tolerate the onslaught of material nature on your body, on your gross as well as subtle senses. Then you will be able to turn yourself into a subtle consciousness. If you are lost in external happiness and distress, then you will not be able to get to a conscious stage which is beyond happiness and distress, which is our real nature. So that way, systematically, this 6th chapter shifts the focus of a practitioner from gross calculations of happiness and distress and aspirations to inner aspirations. To learn a higher stage, how to do it, that is the question. How to do it systematically. How, that is how-tos of using mind in the service of spiritual consciousness or spiritual nature. How to reach that spiritual nature by which you can actually learn who you are. You can learn who is Supreme Lord, God. You can see face to face. Face to face, it is assured that one can see the Supreme Personality of Godhead face to face. So that practice, if somebody is not doing, he can't say that God is not there. Have you performed that step-by-step method given by God to see Him? That is the question. So that is the method. Shanai Shanai, Krishna is saying. Gradually, step by step. It's not whimsically. Nobody can become a doctor just by desiring I will become doctor. He has to go step by step. Even for material education, we have to go step by step. Similarly, by patience, step by step, one can learn how to buddhya dhriti grihitaya. One should hold back by intelligence, carried by conviction, placed in transcendental, the mind. Means gradually, step by step, one should become situated in trance. We say trance. Sometimes drug addict people use this word, trance. Means upar hawa mein. But Srila Prabhupada used to say, आप जितना ऊपर हवा में जाओगे by these LSD and all these drugs, उतना ऊपर से नीचे भी जोर से आओगे और उसके बाद आपको जीवन जीना बहुत मुश्किल हो जाएगा. We see that drug addicts become so frustrated finally. So there is no material way of going up. Buddhya dhruti grihitaya. What is the way is stated here? Means of intelligence sustained by full conviction. Now how will one get full conviction? भगवद गीता में बोला है इसलिए मैं करूंगा, ये full conviction है क्या? Yes. Because so many people in the past, bahavo jnana tapasa puta mad bhavam agata. Krishna says that bahavo, बहुत सारे लोगों ने, बहुत सारे practitioners ने ये achieve किया है. What? bahavo jnana tapasa, jnana by knowledge and tapasya, by austerities. Puta mad bhavam agata. spiritual consciousness like me can be achieved, and many have achieved such a consciousness in the past. So this is possible. One way is having Adav Shraddha in the transcendental subject matter. Now next level of Shraddha is attained by experience and realization. We cannot simply stay on a platform for a long time if we do not see the truth. So seeing realization of truth is actually mentioned as essential of spiritual knowledge. Rajavidya Rajaguhyam Pavitram Idamuttamam Pratyakshavāgamam. Direct perception. We can directly perceive the truth. Like you are perceiving my sound. You will be able to perceive Krishna. You will be able to perceive Paramatma. What is the way? Shanaihi Shanaihi. Not jumping. By gradually, step by step, purifying the intelligence. Buddhya dhriti grihitaya. Determination बोलते हैं ना. For even normal study, one must have determination. Then he can go successful on that path. Similarly, we need determination on this path, and we need patience. That is what is said here. Atma samstham manah krutva na kinchidapi chintayet. One should not think of anything. How is that? Sometimes I heard an example of this. Do not think of monkeys. If somebody says, monkeys will come to our mind. We will start thinking of monkeys if we are stopped from thinking of monkeys. So it's not so easy. Na kinchidapi chintayet is not so easy. For that, step by step, we have to go. So prior to this verse, there is verse Sankalpa Prabhavan Kaman Tyaktva Sarvan Asheshata. First thing one has to do is Sankalpa. Complete determination. I want to get this. I must get this. That's Sankalpa. Until unless mind becomes completely fixed up in Sankalpa, it can't take up anything properly. Sankalpa Prabhavan Kaman Tyaktva Sarvan Asheshata. Kamans Tyaktvan Sarvan Asheshata. Asheshata means without leaving behind anything. Anything material. Whatever is material, we leave everything. That is what Srila Prabhupada has mentioned here. One should not think about sense gratification. Srila Prabhupada has mentioned. For whatever senses we have, we do not think of them at all. So there are techniques by which we can Sarvan Asheshata means Tyaktva, means how we can give up everything from mind. That is Dhyana Yoga. By proper Dhyana Yoga practice, we can do it. Dhyana Yoga, it's not that Dhyana Yoga is separate from Bhakti Yoga. If this technique is used for serving Lord in devotional spirit. So, yes. So, like for study, we have so many techniques. Similarly, according to our level of consciousness, we will be able to establish ourselves on a certain level, in which Dhyana Yoga is also one level. Can we think of Krishna by negating everything else 24 hours? That is what is mentioned here. Sarvan Asheshata. There is no separate agenda for me. Leaving sense gratification means I don't have any separate agenda. Whatever Krishna, Supreme Personality, wants, I will do according to that. That is Bhakti Yoga. So for some people it is difficult. Who is Krishna? Why should I work for him? I am a servant. I have my own existence. I will not accept Krishna. So faith. Dhruti grihitaya. That's why there are stages. If one doesn't know about Krishna or Supreme Personality of Godhead or doesn't accept it, then he is not Aruruksha, he is not Yoga Arudha, he is Aruruksha. So he needs to follow something else first. Then he can come to this platform. Why this platform is higher and this platform is lower? Somebody may feel, hey, तुम कृष्ण को मानते हो तो क्या you are imposing that वो मानते तो वो higher है और हम नहीं मानते तो lower है. How is it? That's why Shabda Praman. one thing is Bhagavad Gita is accepted by so many and perfection is achieved by so many. The other thing is you yourself can realize, and whoever has realized has same thing to say. That means there is a way of trusting, or there is a way of achieving that consciousness. So here first thing that we said is sankalpa prabhavan kama, determination. Then with that determination, keeping our intelligence fixed, not getting deviated, because it will be tested. Sometimes we will feel that devotional principles are not normal way of living. Our intelligence will say that अरे तू abnormal जी रहा है यार, ये लोग खाते पीते मजे करते हैं, तू क्या कर रहा है? Our mind will say that. Our intelligence will say, अरे यार मैं तो I am trying to practice, but मुझे तो ऐसा कुछ फीलिंग नहीं आया कि शीतोष्ण सुख दुख था. मुझे तो बीमारी होके या मुझे सर दर्द होता है. और ये कृष्णा कॉन्शियसनेस में बोलते हैं कि ये सब इसके परे उठते हैं. प्रशांत मनसम येनम योगिनम सुखम उत्तमम उपैति शांत रजसम ब्रह्मभूतम अकल्मषम. सो बोलते तो है, बट मैं इतना जप करता हूँ सालों से, ये करूँ, कुछ हो नहीं रहा है. So that is the way by which it will be tested. There, shanaihi uparami. Dhire dhire. Buddhya dhruti grihitaya. By intelligence. Sometimes the patience is output of intelligent thinking. As once he also said, you told me, I think, delayed gratification is a sign of intelligence in children. I think you told that. So delayed gratification means if children, they are able to delay their desires of some chocolates or some things. If he is told, बच्चे पहले पढ़ लो, तुम इतने मार्क लाओगे तो मैं तुम्हें ये ला के दूंगा. अगर वो है नहीं नहीं मुझे चाहिए, that is not a sign of great intelligence. But वो बच्चा बोलता है हाँ ठीक है. तो बुद्ध्या धृति गृहीतया, one example that he is determined, he is more intelligent, and it is seen in practice by medical research that such people are indeed intelligent. So there is a proof. Shanaihi uparame buddhya dhriti grihitaya atma samstam. What is good for me in long term? Yat shreyasya nishchitam bruhitanme shishyasteham shadimam. Arjun asked Krishna, Yat Shreya, what is long term benefit for me? Fighting this war or not? What is long term beneficial? What is short term? Preyaha. What is long term? Shreya. So for Shreya, for a long term benefit, a yogi is able to intelligently withhold all his inner pushes of senses. He is able to control them like that. So here the main intention is not getting boredom. Shanaihi means not getting boredom. Every day you are practicing certain spiritual way. आप जप वगैरह कर रहे हो तो ऐसा नहीं सोचना चाहिए कि ये बोरिंग है और छोड़ता हूँ यार, अभी पहले 16 माला करता था, अभी 8 माला ठीक है, अभी नहीं हो रहा है. तो like that one should not leave. That is what is said here. With determination one should continue.
So when what I understand from this is, does the sadhus, who are actually practicing Shiva probably, so they also, like if I correlate this delayed gratification thing, so fear, hunger, anger, so those senses they are also,
they have pushes.
So probably they are also on a higher spiritual.
Right. Nobody can. If he is a bona fide, genuine sadhu, these symptoms will be seen in him. He will be able to control his senses, his mind, his speech. He will not be running behind money and woman. He will be perfectly controlled in his behavior. That is actually sadhu. Not only external कपड़े से साधु नहीं बनता. सन्यासी का भी व्याख्या जो है, नेयः स नित्य सन्यासी यो न द्वेष्टि न कांक्षति. भगवान बोल रहे हैं नेयः मीन्स नो दैट पर्सन टू बी अ सन्यासी. नेयः स नित्य सन्यासी, ऑलवेज सन्यासी. यो न द्वेष्टि न कांक्षति, वन हु डजंट Kamshati means desire and doesn't hate. He doesn't desire as well as hate. He is beyond. Like something is happening in the street, you are not even knowing and not even thinking of it, either positively or negatively. It's not in your this thing zone. Similarly, spiritual sadhu who is on a higher platform, he forgets his material consciousness. Like one forgets his dream, or one forgets his body in dream. If I dream at night, I forget who am I, and I am involved in that dream. Similarly, a spiritually conscious person sees the reality, and he sees his real self on a higher situation. That is what is coming up. He sees in such a way that he is, he is nowhere present in this world like we are present. Mukta Atma bolte hain usko. So these are there. In fact, we all can become like that, even if we do not leave our current position and our profession. That is Bhagavad Gita. That is why sannyasi, nehan sanitya sannyasi. He may be a married person, he may be staying happily in his married life with children, but he is beyond any material desires or material consciousness. He is beyond. He is doing it for a higher cause, higher purpose, which is established in the Siddhanta of Bhagavad Gita. So, one should think that buddhya dhriti grihitaya means what? By intelligence, how one can establish oneself? By thinking of what is the perfection that one achieves, how it is better than today's situation. One should assimilate why it is better than today's situation. So if something is better than today's situation, why should I leave it? I should be continuing in it because it is better. I can see with my intelligence, I can see it is better. So it is recommended that one should not be hastily approaching spiritual life. घाई गड़बड़ी मध्ये जायचं नाही, घाई घाई में करना नहीं चाहिए, impatient नहीं होना चाहिए. When I came to Krishna consciousness, I went to the temple for 2-3 weeks, and then I started to fight with my friend who used to bring me to temple. यार तुम बोलते हो ये बहुत आनंद मिलता है, मुझे तो कुछ आनंद नहीं हो रहा है. I fought with him. मुझे फिर से मत बुलाना. That is being impatient. You are not even understanding this science, great science, and you want to jump to a very high level of consciousness. That is not correct. That is what is Shanai Shani. Krishna himself. धीरे धीरे भाई, एकदम jump मत करो. Then न किंचित अभी चिंतयेत. This is one thing that is very important. न किंचित अपि चिंतयेत means whatever we can think now in our material consciousness is all material. Whatever we are able to think with our mind is all material. Why? If we are thinking of Paramatma or Krishna, is it material? Transcendental? True?
Whatever is related to Krishna is spiritual. But whatever is not related to Krishna is material.
Okay. But I am asking about, this question is very deep. Think of this. When I think of anything according to my conception, who is Krishna is my conception. It's my conception. Who is Krishna? So is that conception spiritual or material? Material.
It will depend upon the intention behind the desire of that thing. If it
That
is
is,
or if it is
yes, that is exactly Yoga Guru. Are we able to actually see Krishna as it is, as he is? Or we are making our own conception of Supreme Lord, we are making our own conception of our own self, our own identity. Now we are speculating, isn't it? That Krishna may be like this. Krishna or I, in my soul level, I may be like this. This is all mental speculation. So, na kinchitapi chintayet means that we need not unnecessarily think Krishna is like that, that is not advised here. We should hear it as it is from authority. Of course, as you said, we understand it according to our mental level. But there is a way of purification. It will get purified. Yesterday, what I felt about Krishna or my own self is different than now. That is where Shanai Shanai. Step by step, we will realize truth. So, Brahmeti, Paramatmeti, Bhagavaniti Shabdyate. How transcendental realization dawns? Brahmeti. Brahma means all-pervading, supreme existence, like a sky. We are in a sky, isn't it? Now we are in sky. There is ether, sky everywhere. Wherever we go, there is ether, there is sky. We go out, we come in, everywhere there is sky. So that all-pervading conception of sky. Yes, that is Brahma. There is a good analogy. The sky analogy is in Bhagavad Gita only. Yatha kasha stito nitya vayu sarvatra go mahan tasmat sarvani bhutani matsthani tyupadaraya. Now Krishna means we see Krishna. But do we understand that Krishna is similar to a Akash? Means sky, and Krishna is saying that Yatha kasha stito nitya vayu sarvatra go mahan. Although air is flowing everywhere, it is always under sky. Similarly, all living beings are in me, Krishna is saying. So, is our conception like that of Krishna? That wherever I see, Krishna is only there. Because as I see, so that is what is gradual progress in seeing Krishna. Brahmeti, Paramatmeti. Whether I am able to see Krishna within my heart, factually, not just my mental speculation, factually. Factual establishment of this connection, what are the symptoms? Bhagavad Gita tells. When you will achieve Paramatma, we read that verse, isn't it? Paramatma samahita, shitoshna sukha dukkheshu, tatha manapamani. One who has achieved Paramatma, he will be dumb from external world. He is only there as a dead matter like this. Nothing happens, means no material sensation, no desire, nothing. वो पत्थर के जैसा होता है externally for his own body. So for his own body, but आगे जाके फिर बताया कि for not for others. So he is not callous or he is not ignorant of miseries of others. He is compassionate. He feels them as if they are his own. So that's why these symptoms are to be systematically understood. Nobody, if somebody says, hey, कृष्ण को देखा मैंने कल, मैं कृष्ण को बात किया कल, उसने मेरे साथ बात किया. How can you validate? There is so much of cheating in the name of spirituality or religion. The science of spirituality is okay. We will be finishing by 6 o'clock. 4:30 to 6 our program is there.
Prabhuji, but the desire for Krishna consciousness, will that be in the same series, or will it be different? Like I'm thinking from say Swami Radha Swami Prabhuji. So his desire for spreading Krishna consciousness. So will he qualify for those steps? What you're talking about, the number of steps, or because still that material, probably for me as a thinker, it is still a material desire that I would want the rest of the world or the planet to get into Krishna consciousness.
So this is a very fundamental question about what is material and what is spiritual. Really speaking, when we see this side of Brahman realization that we are discussing, where Shitoshna Sukha Dukkhada doesn't matter. All these doesn't matter. We are like a stone in this material world. As far as bodily enjoyment is concerned, bodily happiness or anything is concerned, or subtle things like spreading the names, Labh, Pratishtha, all this, they are material. But anything that is properly in Krishna consciousness, for example, if I want to spread Krishna consciousness throughout the world, there are levels of this desire. It depends on my purified stage that whether I genuinely want to spread Krishna consciousness or I am spreading it because I will become famous. So, tyaktva sarvana sheshata, that's what is saying. Sankalpa prabhavan kaman tyaktva sarvana sheshata. Ashesha means ek bhi desire nahi hai mera. Kaman means desires. My personal desire is not there. Na dhanam, na janam, na sundarim, kavitam va jagadisha kamahi. Mama janmani janmani ishware bhavatat bhakti rahitiki. That is teachings of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That what is real pure desire of Krishna consciousness. There I don't want na dhanam. I don't want any money or any material possession. Na dhanam, na janam. I don't want to become famous. I know so many verses, people are getting impressed and I speak so eloquently and people are following me, so many followers I have. All these are material, this thing, consciousness. And then Sundari means opposite sex. I don't want to impress anybody. And I don't want to enjoy anybody by impressing them. Whether it is male or female, for male, female, for female, male. This is very deeply rooted desire for any living being. For millions of births, he is having this enjoyment tendency. So that if somebody is able to remove one by one, step by step, shanaihi shanaihi, धीरे धीरे, we will be able to see it. जैसे कोई दुर्धर रोग होता है, disease, it is not cured immediately. It takes so much of dedication, time, and faith in medicine, faith in doctor, faith in prescription, faith in his following that prescription continuously every day without tiring. अगर डॉक्टर ने बोला है कि ये गोलियां आपको गर्म पानी में लेनी है तो लेना है वैसा. So like that, the prescriptions, it takes patience to follow, and gradually we see that it is going away. We can realize it, and then we can actually, it's like we say na, the proof of ice cream is in eating, or pudding they call it. Like you asked whether a particular person, a saintly person, is established in that pure state of consciousness. That we can't judge. We can see some external symptoms, but there is always a risk, because he may make a show. So Srila Prabhupada always used to say, I may be a cheater, but what I am saying is not cheating, because it is coming from Krishna. So he said that spiritual master is like window. He is not visible. Window is making the outside visible. Similarly, Krishna or spiritual subject matter is made visible by Guru. Guru is transparent via medium. So Guru doesn't come in between Krishna and Jiva, or Paramatma and Atma. He is so dedicated, selfless. He gives his life for others, so much so that he is non-existent for his own self. He is only there to help others. So that's why
he is just from the path.
Yes. If some guru says that I am God, then Srila Prabhupada used to say he is a rascal number one. He is a dog. Srila Prabhupada used to say he is a dog, because he is not free from basic qualifications. So like that, ahead there are verses, yato nischarati manas chanchalam asthiram tato tatah niyamyetat atmanyeva vashamnaya. As our mind makes us very difficult to focus on one thing. Sometimes we come to Krishna consciousness, we hear philosophy, we practice philosophy, but then we want an exit for some time. We want a relief from Krishna consciousness also for some time. We want to roam around, we want to enjoy our material life. So that slowly one has to, after purification, one has to gradually bring back his mind again and again. Whenever it goes away, you bring back. Whenever it goes away, you bring back. Because the formula by which our destiny is decided is desires in the mind. If our desire is separate from our spiritual existence, we will get that material existence again and again. So therefore, yato yato nischarati manah chanchalam asthiram. This is also very much important in our chanting. These two formulae. What? One is naiva kinchit chintayet. This previous verse. Atma samstham manah krutva na kinchit api chintayet. When one is chanting the holy names of the Lord, which is bona fide way of realizing spiritual subject matter, the practice given is you chant the holy names by focusing on the sound vibration. So when Srila Prabhupada was asked, Prabhupada, mera man nahi lagta hai, I am not able to focus on the holy name. So Srila Prabhupada said, where is the question of mind? So this is what he wanted to say. What? Na kinchidapi chintai. One should not think of anything. Why are you thinking Krishna will come? I am going to serve Krishna. Whether it is spiritual or material, think of nothing. Because whatever we think is material now in this consciousness. Even conception of Krishna and his service is material conception. We are to become selfless. And as we become selfless more and more, automatically Krishna will manifest. Nama, Rupa, Guna, Lila will come. Just like you have a very selfish friend. You will try to avoid him. He is such a selfish guy. He will पीठ में खंजर ठोकेगा, फिर मेरे से सब कुछ निकाल लेगा और मेरे को फिर बाय बाय कर देगा. Similarly, Krishna doesn't like this selfish kind of person who is trying to attract Krishna for exploiting him. Although he is provider of everything to all living entities, he personally doesn't like. He is duty bound because he is Paramatma, Upadrashta Anumanta. He sees, he notices desires and he fulfills desire. But he doesn't like such a person from heart. Devotion means bhakti. He will not reciprocate with us in a mood of bhakti. And if we are in this Dhanam Janam Sundarim consciousness, of course, as long as we are in this body, these pushes will be there existing. But Sankalpa Prabhavan Kaman, we have to control these pushes. Not control pushes, but do not act on those pushes. We have to practice it. We would succumb to a pressure of senses. Say we used to succumb every day previously. Instruction is whatever you eat, you offer it to Krishna. Now you did not have that practice. So you forgot today. And then you forgot tomorrow also. But then you are becoming more Krishna conscious. You said, no, I will not forget tomorrow. So I will offer it to Krishna and take it. Then again, 2-3 days again I will forget. So that forgetfulness we will have to tune. That push of forgetfulness we will have to by deliberate intelligence control. Becoming more and more conscious. More and more conscious within. That is Krishna consciousness. Conscious in a very right spirit. In an authoritative spirit. There are so many deviations in this. In spiritual path also. Some people say, whatever you eat, whatever you do, however you act, you just chant this mantra and you will become purified. It is not like that. Nowhere it is said like that. It is said, yato yato nischarati mana chanchalam asthiram tatastato niyamya ita. Niyamya. Control it. खुली छूट देने के लिए भगवान ने नहीं बोला है. तो ऐसा कोई गुरु है जो बोलता है जो खाना है खाओ, जो पीना है पियो, जो करना है करो, and spiritual perfection you will achieve. It is bogus. So therefore we have to, that's why we have to understand spiritual subject matter in a very systematic way. Why it is bogus? It is very lucrative for a mind. अरे ये तो सब अलाउ कर रहे हैं, ये डॉक्टर है, सब खाने पीने के लिए बोलता है और अच्छा भी कर देता है. मैं इस डॉक्टर के पास जाता हूँ, बट वो सही में अच्छा करता है कि आपको कुछ लॉन्ग टर्म भयानक डिसीज हो गया उसकी मेडिसिन की वजह से, इतना पेन किलर दिया कि आप पूरा आपका बर्बाद हो गया है. सो दैट्स व्हाई इट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. प्रशांत मनसम ह्येनम योगिनम सुखम उत्तमम उपैति शांत रजसम ब्रह्मभूतम अकल्मषम. what is there to achieve? Is it only stopping the sensual pleasures, or is there something there which is very tasty in the end? जैसे बोलते हैं ना बच्चे को पढ़ने के लिए, अरे ये कर तो ये मिलेगा तुझे, तो क्या मिलेगा? After all this control of senses and intelligent discrimination and trying to bring back the mind, and again it is going out of our mind. Chanting is not proper. If it goes, again bring it back. It goes, again bring it back. That way we are achieving a stage beyond mental state. We know that mind is just a tool which I can bring back. I am existing beyond mind. I have an existence beyond mind. नहीं तो आज मेरा मन दुखी है तो मैं कुछ नहीं कर पाऊंगा. But if I am beyond my mind, then I will be able to work despite of being unhappy at mind. है कि नहीं? So it gives us a higher power. So ultimately, what is the higher thing that we achieve by controlling all these senses? Prashanta manasam hyenam yoginam sukham uttamam upaiti shanta rajasam brahma bhutam akalmasham. When brahma bhuta means when one achieves spiritual consciousness, then he will be established in such a happiness. That happiness is uttamam. It is such a happiness that it is beyond all conceptions of material happiness. When somebody is getting something higher, then it is easy for him to live lower. That is also there in the second chapter. So what is higher is immediately told by Krishna. क्यों पेशेंस रखना है, क्यों धीरे धीरे जाना है, कहाँ पहुंचोगे आप बाद में. शांत रजसम, rajoguna means passion, the desires of passion by which we enjoy all material existence, that will be shanta, that will be cooled down. You will not feel disturbed. Now we are feeling disturbed by material pullings. We are pushed into enjoying certain thing. But then by constant practice like this, slowly, we will achieve a higher sense of pleasure. Upaiti shanta rajasam. After cooling off of all the material desires, we will achieve sukham uttamam. Uttamam means beyond this darkness of illusion based on body. I am this body. That's why I want to eat nice things. I want to enjoy my senses. I want to enjoy my mind and intelligence in a certain way. All this is material conception coming out of Rajoguna. So that upaiti shanta rajasam. Upaiti means utpanna hota hai. By cooling off all these material things, your spiritual happiness will start increasing. You will be so happy that uttamam, there will not be any uttam, matlab uske pare kuch nahi hai. So that kind of happiness. Yunjannevam sadatmanam yogi vigata kalmasha sukhena brahma samsparsham atyantam sukham ashnute. In fact, we are hankering for happiness and we are trying to search it in senses. We are trying to find happiness like Mrugajal ka bol raha tha main, like that mirage. We try to quench our thirst in mirage, but we have factual experience that whatever we want to enjoy, that enjoyment stays there for some time and then it vanishes. We see the conception of material happiness like that. That is also told in Bhagavad Gita, that it says I forgot the verse. It says that whatever comes out of material senses is temporary happiness. Do you remember? ये ही संस्पर्शजा भोगाः दुःखयो न एवते आद्यन्तवन्तः कौन्तेय न तेषु रमते बुधाः. बुधाः means intelligent. न रमते means उसमें रमण नहीं होता है. जैसे बड़ा बच्चा किसी छोटी छोटी चीज में नहीं जाता है, वैसे ही very exalted, spiritually elevated personality, he doesn't take pleasure in फालतू का चीज. He will not feel I am missing out on this, I am missing out on that, because he gets a very higher kind of pleasure and he laughs at such people. What they are saying, he feels like that. So upaiti shanta rajasam. Sarvabhutastham atmanam sarvabhutani chatmani ikshate yoga yuktatma sarvatra samadarshana. Then he starts seeing how every living being is also spiritual, because he identifies what is spirituality, he sees what is spiritual consciousness and what is spiritual subject matter. He sees that. Therefore, when he realizes it within, he can see it everywhere. That is what is Sarva Bhutastham Atmanam. He sees it within every living entity's heart. I am there. Sarva Bhutani Chatmani. And all living beings are in me, Krishna says. He sees like that. Ikshate means sees. I was saying seeing God, seeing Krishna. Ikshate yoga yuktatma. योग मतलब उसके साथ योग हो चुका है, अभी वो देख रहा है सत्य को. Although it appears to be so easy in Bhagavad Gita, it's a lifetime project or maybe lifetimes project. Sarvatra Samadarshana. Then he sees everything with equal mind. Yo mam pashyati sarvatra sarvam cha mai pashyati tasyaham na pranashyami sachana me na pranashyati. Once he achieves that stage where he sees everywhere God, everywhere he reciprocates, factually experiences God, sees God everywhere, sees his own self and sees Paramatma, sees Krishna. Such a person sees me everywhere. Who sees me everywhere? Yo mam pashyati sarvatra. One who sees me everywhere. Sarvam cha mai pashyati, and sees everything in me. Tasyaham na pranashyami. There is no time when I am not with him. Jethe zato tethe tu माझा सांगाती. Tukaram Maharaj says. Wherever I go, I see Krishna. Tukaram Maharaj says. It's not just a bluff. It's supported by Bhagavad Gita. The saintly person has such a, and therefore he is never away from Krishna consciousness. It's not that he takes leave from temple activities and he enjoys something, comes back again. Not like that. He is always established in the truth. Sarva bhuta sthitam yo mam bhajati ekatvam asthita sarvatha vartamanopi sayogi mai vartate. Like that, he always stays in me. Wherever he goes, whichever situation he is in, he will always be seeing me. He will always be in touch with me. He will always be able to reciprocate with me. I will be able to reciprocate with him. And then, Atmaupamyena sarvatra samam pashyati yorjuna sukham va yadi va dukkham sayogi paramumata. This is where he is not neglecting others. As if something happens to this hand, some injury happens. This hand, what will it feel? Will it feel separate? It will try to protect this hand. Similarly, wherever there is unhappiness in the world, wherever there is problem in the world, he feels compassionate because he feels oneness with everybody. He doesn't see external superficial. He sees Atma. Atmaupamyena sarvatra. खुद के जैसा ही वो दूसरे को समझता है. ये हाथ अगर प्रॉब्लम में है तो ये हाथ उसको समझ पा रहा है. So he becomes such a compassionate soul. That's why he preaches. He preaches out of compassion. He can't see anybody in suffering condition. And therefore he is a sukham va yadi va dukkham. Whether it is happiness or distress. He is happy, others are distressed, paradukha dukhi. He will feel distress of others as if they are his own. He will feel it. And he will be compassionate towards them. So, this paradukha dukhi conception is sayogi paramomataha. Such a yogi is highest. But that doesn't mean, one note one should make, that doesn't mean that we change our behavior in व्यवहार में जो बोलते हैं ना, व्यवहार हम follow करते हैं. हम if we are seeing a tiger or a snake, it's not I am seeing Atma everywhere, so I will just enter his mouth. ये भी रहता है उस केस में, but at the same time he doesn't hate anybody, he doesn't unnecessarily trouble anybody, he is compassionate to everybody. He follows all Vedic niyamavalis जिसको बोलते हैं, do's and don'ts on bodily level because they are rules of body. So like that he doesn't neglect but he becomes compassionate. So we'll stop here. We have covered up to 32. Now Arjuna Uvacha.
Yes.
Okay. Arjun will ask questions. Their program is there. We will discuss outside.
Okay, no problem.
Okay. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki jai.
क्षमा करें आपके सुंदर संवाद में
नहीं हमारा टाइम था वो 6 o'clock